Welcome to part 2. If you guys happen to miss part 1, make sure you go back and watch.
We didn't get to talk about the VMAs a whole lot.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The circus. First of all, can I say something?
Yeah.
Kanye, you out of your fucking mind. Did you see the speech?
The one about the presidential shit?
The whole shit.
I don't know.
Kanye's out of his fucking mind, man. Kanye's out. I mean, you go from talking about meeting people in a grocery store and they're talking to you and they, oh, you're not such a dickhead after all.
Yeah.
And rattling on about a whole bunch of shit that has nothing to do with why you're there. You know what I mean? And give it to Kanye, you know, he has his little rants or whatever and blah, 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 blah.
I feel like Kanye feels like he has to do it now.
He has to.
Ever since that Taylor Swift bullshit,
yeah.
He feels like when he's going to the VMA, he has to have a plan now.
Yeah.
Because that Taylor Swift bullshit, I believe, happened spontaneously.
No,
he didn't plan that shit.
No, he was drunk.
It happened spontaneously.
Now, when you sit in the front row next to Joe Jackson, yes, Michael Jackson's dad, with a bottle of freaking Hennessy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. He went up there and I was like, man, you set black folks back 400 years with that bullshit, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I thought he was going to go up there, give her a hug, be like, you know, congratulations. This fool takes a mic out of her hand like a little motherfucking girl.
Yeah.
And, you know, come on, man.
Yeah.
But I guess they had some kind of segment on. I didn't watch the VMAs. I watched the first part.
He said he's going to run for president in 2020.
I've seen that all over. And they did the, what do you call them things? The, you know, the pictures when they put the words on them.
Yeah.
Memes or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Whatever you call them.
Yeah, the memes, yeah.
Yeah. And one had the Straight Outta Compton logo. It says straight out of your mind. Yo, I loved it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But, I mean, would you vote for Kanye? I would. Fuck it. Why not?
Let me see what he's got.
It's like every other president. He ain't got shit.
Any other president. To me,
and quote me on this. Best president of my era, of my lifetime, yes. Black Bill Clinton, goddammit. You know, I hear people say Ronald Reagan. I was like, what the fuck did Ronald Reagan do for you? Yeah. Can you name me 5 things Ronald Reagan did? I mean, people in the class that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Name 5 things Ronald Reagan did for you.
Bill Clinton was kind of gangster.
George Bush, both times, both Bushes. What the fuck did they do for you? Yeah. I know the gas prices are high as fuck.
George Bush, we don't mean to bring up politics, but I will say George W. Bush, like, I was in the army when George W. Bush was the president. And when you went to places, people just felt like, you got the feeling, you got that, people didn't have to say it, you had that feeling that everyone's looking at you like, you stupid fucking American. Yo, you got a fucking president. That's a couple of words I can't say. Yeah. And it's like, you know, when the leader of the country is like that, they expect everybody else to be the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Barack Obama, he's not great, but he's cool. He's suave.
No, see, Barack Obama, you know,
he represents the Americans well.
He's the hip, urban, not even urban, just the hip kind of cool guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what that is. I mean, it's all pro wrestling at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is.
That's it. You know, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna, and none of y'all gonna do shit. You know, everybody's looking at me. Oh, you got your little black president now. You know, oh, he hasn't done nothing yet. I was like, it's only been 3 weeks, motherfucker. What the fuck you want him to do? You know what I'm saying?
And it's like,
we're still in the George Bush era.
He had to
fucked
replace
it up,
one of the worst presidents we've ever had, especially in this generation. But let's continue on.
Yeah, but the whole
about
point, though, Kanye, good luck,
the
bro.
VMAs. Yeah, I mean,
You gonna run for president?
I'm kind of on the whole. Oh, really, Kanye?
Fuck
like,
it, run for it. I'll vote for you. Shit, can't do no worse than what the fuck we already got.
I'm not gonna up and say I'm just gonna up and vote for
I
him.
am fucking. I just want to see. Shit. Because that way, my whole, professional wrestling line, will come to the top. It will. You'll see what I'm saying. Because
I really want to bring up Nicki Minaj and Miley Cyrus.
and this has been going on for a little while.
Nicki Minaj, I've been liking Nicki Minaj lately. She has been
So what was the whole thing? I heard Miley Cyrus.
legitimately. I mean, the beef between her and Taylor Swift was squashed, and they had a duet.
Oh
together.
yeah, at the end of the little.
So good for them.
Nicki Minaj's set, they hugged and sang their little shit.
Did you see? I mean,
I
Miley
did see that
Cyrus.
part.
Listen, man, Nicki Minaj is a crazy bitch, and I'm starting to understand that now. This is what Miley Cyrus says. She said, if Nicki Minaj doesn't win, Nicki Minaj has a possibility to not be very nice.
Yeah.
Those are words
Is that what it was?
To not be very
That's
nice.
what I heard. Something about not being very nice. I figured they might have had a.
Could you imagine
counter or something?
like having like a professional vendetta with somebody, like, you're rivals, but not really, because you're both in the music industry. You can support one another, you can rival one another. You're both making music, you're both hits. It's any profession. Think of any profession, what you do for a living. You got that one person at work that maybe you don't like a whole lot. If you walked up to him and said, "Hey, man, you're not very nice," would you expect him to go fucking off on you? Like, man, Nicki Minaj, man,
Now, a lot of
some people thought that shit was scripted.
See, that's what I was about to get into.
A lot of people are like, nah.
Do you really think this shit is real?
I do.
Or do you think
I do.
it's just some, you know what I mean? Because you gotta figure
either
like
that,
this. The whole Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey shit. Now, come to find out, from what I'm hearing, that shit was staged. On the whole American Idol shit. And then you had the Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift didn't come out of her mouth wrong. It was just misunderstood the way she said what she said.
Yeah. I don't think
that wasn't even no real beef.
I'm not a Miley Cyrus fan by any means, but I don't think she said anything that was wrong.
I don't think, and it's like...
She said, not very nice.
Not very nice. Not, you're a fucking bitch or some shit like that. It's just like...
And so, but this is the part that got me. The VMAs, now the VMAs are live. They had to do some censoring. The people behind the cameras had to do some quick editing work.
Yeah.
That whole 6-second delay shit. Because Nicki Minaj came out and said, yo, this little bitch that has something to say, stand up, what's good? And Miley Cyrus stood up and said, listen, we're in this industry, what I said got taken out of context. And I believe it, because what Miley said was not very nice.
Not very nice. You're not very nice.
I was like, man, you're not the politest person I've ever met. Bitch, like, what the fuck?
Right.
So, and like I said, I'm not really a fan of either one of them. But Miley Cyrus stood up and said, congratulations. Congratulations. So that's the part of it that made me think that maybe it's not scripted. Because these girls, Nicki Minaj said, bitch, what's good?
The boiling point.
After when they start cussing at each other, she said, yo. Miley Cyrus, she stood up, she said, you know how this shit is. She said the word shit. She said the word fuck. She said, you know how this shit is. The media screws up things. They blow shit out of proportion. Congratulations. And I'm like, you don't say that shit live at the VMAs unless this shit's real.
And I'm
like,
at the end of the day, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But, it's funny.
It is funny. And it's like, what's going to happen next?
What's going to happen next? Exactly.
I don't want to see people beefing and
all this beef and stuff. And
yeah.
Speaking of beefing, the whole Meek Mill Drake thing.
Yeah.
It's like, that's nobody really gave a shit at the end of the day.
A lot of Drake haters love that shit. I will say.
Yeah.
A lot of them Drake haters, because Drake is one of them cats that you either love him or you hate him. And lately, there's been a lot more cats that hate him. I've always hated Drake. I'm not one of them dudes that just up one day and was like, man, Drake is not as good as I thought he was. And just started hating on him. Like, I was that dude that, like, first time I heard him, I'm like, nah.
Mixtape Drake. Before the first album. before the Take Care or Thank Me Later album. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like his shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I like songs off the albums and whatnot, but I'm not no huge fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, Meek Mill's, I'm not even close to. We won't even get into that. You know, it wasn't even a contest, put it that way. It was like, you know, Meek took something out of content. I guess. Well, I heard that, what was it, Drake didn't big his album up or something like that. And Drake is on Meek Mill's album. So it's like, dude, I did you a favor. Because the hottest shit on the album is the song with me on it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Meek should have just left it alone, save yourself the embarrassment, and it's like, it kind of looks like your woman is, you know, stepping in for you, and dude, I don't know.
Both Ice Cube and Common both commented on what was going on during the whole beef.
And how funny. Remember when they had
those
beef?
two guys. And both of them kind of said, listen, we think it's great as long as it stays in the booth.
Yeah. Don't need to reach the streets.
It don't got to get it any worse than that. You know, Common was like, can you give Meek Mill some advice because you had a beef with Drake a while back? And that's all Common said. I thought it was funny because a lot of people don't really know like that Common and Drake had a little bit of a beef going on a while back. But the fact that got brought up made me have some memories. So I love Common. Common's one of my top 5.
Now think about when Ice Cube and Common had their little
shit was on point.
You know what I mean? They kept it on wax. They kept it on wax.
Yo,
it wasn't like
the music that was coming out between those two.
Yeah.
I was loving it. I love that beef.
You know.
When you got diss records coming out, Common, a lot of people thought Common's kind of soft because of the music he makes.
Right.
Common let everybody know.
You from Southside
with that shit, so and it was like, yo. I mean, when Common did his verse against Drake didn't reply. Drake didn't want no Common.
But I mean, he one line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't wetting nothing, nigga. You Canada dry.
Yeah.
Game over. Game over.
But yeah, Common. I mean, to me, he's one of my top 5 rappers of all time. Really, I love Common.
Absolutely.
The unorthodox style of the, you know, it's that shit that you and your girl can listen to.
Right.
And I'm always happy to hear shit like that. And he's one of my favorites.
And speaking of, I want to plug something real quick. What I seen too. Common's in the new Barbershop 3 movie.
Word. Khloe Kardashian. Had to talk about it a little bit.
Khloe Kardashian.
Her and James Harden been kind of together.
What do you think about Khloe? I like Khloe.
I like Khloe. She's
nice.
Cool.
She's thick. Ooh.
She, to me, seems like she's the coolest out of all of them.
She seems like she's the freakiest one of them all.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, that's what I believe. I believe that like Kim is kind of more for the cameras type of a person.
Show, all for show.
And of course, you know, Courtney. You can't say shit about Courtney because she a mom.
I mean, she does. She's kind of, you know, she does her part. She don't.
She cool. She ain't trying to be crazy.
Ass out and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure that body is right. I can't really.
And now with the Jenners, I mean,
remember anything. Oh God.
Yo, it's just, it's incredible, and it's like we don't want to talk about it so much.
Nah, hell nah.
But I don't mind talking about it a little bit. And yeah, her and James Harden from the Houston Rockets, they've been seen together. I'm like, Khloe, why you keep dating these NBA cats?
Yeah. Married
to one of them, they're divorced now. But then it's like, she's tall. She's tall. Maybe that's her thing. You know, she needs a tall dude. I don't know, but you know, I always made a joke that like them Kardashians got something special because when Reggie Bush was fucking Kim Kardashian, New Orleans wins the Super Bowl. Lamar Odom marries Khloe Kardashian. Lakers win back-to-back NBA titles, went to 3 straight. I'm like, there's something special going on with them girls. They end up with a professional athlete. That dude just flourishes. Like, that's a special pedigree right there. And then, of course, you know, that whole thing got skipped over when when Kim Kardashian ended up marrying Chris Humphries.
Oh, you know, everybody got a fart now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was just like
It's
that.
like, you know what that shit reminded me of? That shit reminded me of Britney and K-Fed. Like, married the person, why? And then a week later, they're like, oh, never mind. It's over. Why? You know, I mean, these celebrities ain't taking this marriage, you know, whatever. You know, that it's their right as Americans to marry whoever they want and then to have a divorce if that's what they want to do. It's all good. I hope things work out. James Harden is a real nice cat.
Good
you know,
luck, though.
Lamar Odom, he found out hard times. He started doing crack and shit before the, now the divorce.
Nah, he been doing crack.
I mean, yeah, but James Harden, man, I don't see him falling like that.
Nah, he ain't got. Nah, he's a humble.
Not
guy.
to mention that he's one hell of a player. I mean, Lamar Odom was a good player, but he wasn't a superstar. James Harden was very close to getting MVP this last year.
Yes.
So it's like, you know, I hope it's not I hope it's not a distraction for him.
Yeah, that's what I hope. You know, all these guys get with these.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
Tony Romo.
I was just about to say that shit, man. I swear to God on everything.
When the Dallas
Jessica
Cowboys
Simpson
said that
shit.
Jessica Simpson can't come to the
My man
games
reads
no
my
more.
mind, yo. That's
When
crazy.
they said Jessica Simpson can't come to the games no
Yeah.
more because she's a distraction.
A distraction. I mean, this dude was he was bobbling the snaps for a kick.
Damn, dude.
God.
That girl got you rattled. Man.
I mean, rattled. Is them draws that good? And she's sexy as hell. I mean, good lord, baby. I don't know, bro.
Man.
You read my mind.
Better play good tonight.
Yeah.
I better get this touchdown right, man. If I score this touchdown right now, I'm going to get some tonight. I mean, you know, fuck.
Throwing interceptions in the end zone all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I hope it doesn't end up like that with James Harden.
Yeah.
Really, Tony Romo, he hasn't done shit since, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, last season for the Cowboys was a little bit productive, and I'd like to see them do something. But, yeah, like I said, James Harden, I hope that shit don't happen to him. Keep up. And I hope to see him be the MVP someday soon.
Right.
Maybe in another year or two. I gotta say, your boy is in the middle of moving. We're not gonna shoot an episode next week.
Nope.
You will see a segment next week. Just something I'm gonna throw together. Because of that, there will be no Taco Homies episode next week. There will be no Sweetness Says next week because I won't be recording. I'm in the process of moving, and I need to take that extra day and get my shit straightened out.
So when we do come back, we got a special treat for y'all. We're going to play some of the new shit I've been working on.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm 2 songs away from the first half of the mixtape
Do a little sample.
series
Do a little sample.
being done. You're going to enjoy this. You're going to love this. So
That's what's up.
it's on. Well, that's today's show. As normal, Dustin Plates, Mango Asan, and you know the word for the day.
Tacos!
Yo, guess what? We're out of here.